Hello everyone. Today we're gonna make a video summarizing module 1, 2, and 3. Let's get started. A virtual machine is the virtualization or emulation of a computer system. Virtual machines are based on computer architectures and provide functionality of a physical computer. The implementations may involve specialized hardware, software, or a combination. In other words, creating a computer within a computer. The kernel is a computer program at the core of a computer's operating system that has complete control over everything in the system. It is a portion of the operating system code that is always resident in memory and facilitates interactions between hardware and software components. We have three types of kernel: monolithic kernel, microkernels, and hybrid kernels. Monolithic kernel is a single static binary file, a large process running entirely in a single address space. For example, we have Unix and Linux. A microkernel is a minimalistic kernel designed to be as small as possible. It contains only the basic code needed to communicate with hardware and load an operating system. In terms of the source code size, microkernels are often smaller than monolithic kernel. For example, we have Windows NT and Mac OS. Hyperkernel is an operating system kernel architecture that attempts to combine aspects and benefits of microkernel and monolithic kernel architectures used in computer operating systems. For example, Windows 10 and Windows Server 2019. A file system, a file system is the methods and data structures that an operating system uses to keep track of files on a disk or, or partition. That is, the way the files are organized on the disk. For example, Windows XP use the NTFS file system for the system partition. Architecture is defined as in reference to computers, software, or networks, the overall design of a computing system, and the logical and physical interrelationships between its components. The architecture specifies the hardware, software, access methods, and protocols used throughout the system. It not only determines how the computer works, but also of which technologies the computer is capable. Computer hardware is the physical components that a computer system requires to function. It encompasses everything with a secret board that operates within a PC or laptop, including the motherboard, graphics card, CPU, ventilation, fans, webcam, power supply, and so on. There are four main computer hardware components. We have input devices, we have processing devices, output, and memory devices. Input devices comprise of any devices that users need in order to give instruction to a computer. Example, keyboard and mouse. Output devices are devices that allow computers to send data to other devices or to users. Example, we have monitors, speakers, and printers. Processing devices is the core function of any computer. When a computer receives data from an input device, this data must first go through an intermediate stage before it is sent to an output device. Example, we have central or processing unit, a CPU, is a set of electronics or circuitries that processes and executes instructions. Memory devices are any devices that can store information temporarily or permanently. There are two types of memory. We have primary and secondary. Primary memory refers to RAM, random access memory. It's used to store instructions and data temporarily before and after they are processed. RAM is volatile, it means it only return information when the computer is turned on and is cleared once the computer turns off. Secondary memory refers to any external storage media is a non-volatile, which means that information can be stored long term. For example, we have a USB flash drive. So a command prompt is used in a text based on command line interface such as a Unix terminal or a DOS shell. It is a symbol or series of characters at the beginning of a line that indicates that system is ready to receive input. In other words, it prompts the user for a command. A command is an instruction given by a user telling a computer to do something, such as run a single program or a group of linked programs. Commands are generally used by typing them in at the command line and then pressing the enter key, which passes them to the shell. In other words, a command is a directive to a computer program to perform a specific task. The computer virus is the malicious software program loaded onto the user's computer without the user's knowledge and performs malicious actions. For example, computer virus can destroy data or slow down system resources. Malware is a file or code typically delivered over a network that infects, explores, steals, or conducts virtually any behavior an attacker wants, instigates the infected user's local network, steal sensitive data. User can be either people, meaning accounts tied to physical users, or accounts which exist for specific applications to use. Groups are logical expressions of organization, tying users together for a common purpose. Users within the same group can read, write, or execute files owned by that group. The Linux kernel is a monolithic kernel. As a monolithic kernel, the Linux kernel is a preemptive multitasking operating system. Multitasking in an operating system that allows a user to perform more than one computer task at a time. For example, the operation of an application program. Each task consumes system storage and other resources As more tasks are started, the system may slow down or begin to run out of shared storage. Multitasking also refers to the way a computer works. The sudo command allows regular users to execute any command as root after providing the root password, run any command as root after providing the sudo password. Installing app, okay, get apps from Microsoft Store on your Windows 10 PC. Go to the start button and then from the apps list select Microsoft Store. Visit the apps or games tab in Microsoft Store. To see more of any category, select show all at the end of the row. Select the app or game you'd like to download and then select get. There we go. So references, you're gonna see the link where we get information. So thank you again for watching.